It may not be tomorrow yet, but today is the review if we're not tomorrow yet. Oh yeah, let's go. Get the cookies out, Tobin. Down now. Get the cookies out, Tobin. Down now.
Carol may be packing cookies, but later on, Rick and the gang, they're packing ammunition and they're going to deliver it to the Saviours. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Rick thinks he's about to take out Negan, but he ain't seen nothing yet.
He ain't seen nothing yet. Tobin ain't seen the cookies yet. He's flirting with Carol. This relationship's going nowhere. He's like, they taste good, right? Rick returns. We gotta fight Carol. She's obviously got to retire. At this stage, it's like, what's the point of her even putting on this charade that she's like, you know, the typical housewife, even though that's what she was back in season 1. And I say typical, maybe a bit less typical because you get battered, but again, just so forced, and she's putting on this fake persona to try and fit in with the people at Hilltop. Some of the cringiest stuff this show's ever seen at this point. Rick is then hyping up everyone in the church. We gotta go in. We gotta kill them all, brother. Morgan doesn't want that. Morgan wants to talk to the Saviours. No one votes Morgan's way. And what I think's intriguing here, Rick says we gotta kill them all. Tara looked uncomfortable. You know why? Because the governor uttered those exact words. But if you actually look back to season 4, the governor made Rick's group out to be a lot worse than what they were. So that group just were led to believe that, right, these are horrible people and we have to kill them.
Kind of the same thing that Rick's doing here.
Yes, but we are literally killing a group, killing dozens of men and women because you made a deal with the Hilltop for supplies. I think that's way worse than what the governor did.
Yep, but pretty much everybody gets on board. The only person to speak out is Gabriel. Oh, not Gabriel, sorry, Morgan. And how did I get the two black guys mixed up?
If you remember, like, governor said we go in and kill them all after, like, you know, the first shot had been...
Yeah,
fired.
the governor originally wanted, like, a, you know, we'll let you live.
You leave.
You leave, we'll move in kind of deal.
I mean, we're killing people here for supplies. Like, I'm not saying it's never been done before, but it's never been done on this scale before. Like, I think killing one person, alright. I mean, we're literally talking about a massacre.
See,
a genocide.
Morgan wants to negotiate, but Rick says, nah, we can't give up the element of surprise. And you know what? The governor could have attacked the prison. But he gave up the element of surprise
to give them the option.
To give them the option of leaving. So, yeah, when you look at it, it kind of went like and done a full circle. And Rick, I mean, yeah, see, hang about it, Rick is just as bad now as the governor, and probably worse, to be fair.
Yeah, but but you've also got the minions like, you know, Daryl and co. It's like, yeah, they're just as bad as well. We've seen a scene with Maggie and Glenn.
I mean, at this point, Rick just says jump and Daryl says how high. That's the kind of relationship they've got going on.
And he gives them a wee fucking treat every time he does it. But
here, boy,
we get a Maggie and Glenn scene here. She's like, I'm going to go to the Hilltop and I can have the baby there, sort of thing. But Glenn's like, okay. But then it's like, but I'm coming with you tomorrow on your wee magical adventure. I think this is like the actual first Maggie and Glenn scene that we have properly had this season. I feel like they've barely interacted.
Yeah, it is.
Apart from that, like, he was coming in with the balloons. 99 red balloons. Little Asian man delivering pizza.
I wish you'd deliver me a pizza right now. I'm absolutely starving. But yes, Maggie says she's going to go to the Hilltop after they take out the Saviours. Morgan is not going to take out the Saviours. He is staying behind. We see him beginning to work on, I believe, building a prison. I think Morgan believes that they can keep people at Alexandria and not kill them. Again, it's just another mouth to feed in the zombie apocalypse. Is it really practical? What if you get like a lot of people? I mean, maybe one prison cell was okay for that Wolves member, but what if you have 5 people? Are you going to build 5 separate cells? Can you trust 5 people to be in the same cell without killing each other? How are you going to supply and cook meals for an extra 5 people? I mean, practically it just doesn't work in this environment. But Morgan just refuses to kill, so whatever.
I think it works in a sense of, like, if you're going to keep someone who's already a part of Alexandria as, like, a prisoner, like Pete, to make him learn his lesson. But if you're bringing outsiders in just to stick them in a cage, just seems fucking bizarre to me. I think so.
I agree, 100%. But,
you know, like, I can't even think it. Say Abraham just, instead of splitting up with Rosita, he killed her. And Morgan was like, right, we're going to put him in the cage. It's like, all right, yeah, he's a part of Alexandria, I'll accept that. But kidnap my savior for the compound and dragging him into a cell just seems fucking bizarre.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. Abraham tells Rosita that he's leaving. Rosita's
Fire
like,
Dingleberry's brown, because that's the way shit is.
Rosita says, yeah, I'm leaving with you in the morning. Don't worry about it. And he goes, no, I'm leaving tonight, right now. Rosita's like, what do you mean? Why? Can't leave me without saying why. Why are you doing this? Why are you walking out? And then Abraham says, when I first met you, I thought you were the only woman left alive. And now I found out that you're not. And that was that pretty cold. And he just walks off. And honestly, man, I just don't see why he's choosing Sasha over Rosita. Makes fucking no sense to me.
Doesn't really matter though, because she can be the last woman on Earth, because Sasha's the last fucking alien on Earth.
Logically, I just don't understand why. I mean, personality-wise, I wouldn't say there's anything in it. Although I do think I think Rosita's probably got a better personality, but we just haven't really seen it. But there's nothing that Sasha shows, I think, that would spell out, oh my god, she makes a great... Like, you can't argue, he likes Sasha because she can use a sniper and she's tough. I mean, Rosita's tough, she's combat trained. Like, I just do not see... I think it'd be different if Rosita was like a Jessie type, and she wasn't really... Maybe Abraham wants to be like someone similar to him, but...
I think this would have worked more maybe at the beginning of season 5 when he just met Sasha, right? Even though she's ugly, yada yada yada. See, by this point, how many women has Abraham ran into? Can he really whip out the "I thought you were the last woman" line here? Like 2 years after they've appeared on the scene, it's like, come on, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's like he's been with Sasha. Look, all throughout season 5, did they even share a fucking scene on screen together?
Well, she did slice him.
Well, yeah, she's maybe like that. I don't know, right? But anyway, let's get to the camp. Well, actually, let's get to the compound.
And then he walks out, and that's her just left.
Yeah, crying. Eugene's sitting there with his top on,
brushing his teeth.
I like Colgate. Fuck off. Anyway, Denise and Tara are then sitting here, just talking awkwardly, like it was the first time they'd ever met. You're led to believe they're in a fucking relationship.
I'm not buying it. And then we get the love word from Tara.
Work this. And actually, Daryl and Denise shared a more normal conversation than the two that are in a relationship.
I mean, I guess there's been a bit of a time skip, but I mean, come on. It's just this relationship's not... I'm not buying it. Tara says to Denise, I love you. She wants Denise to say it back. Denise says, I'll say it to you when you get back. So Denise holding out on saying it. Are we really supposed to care? Oh, is Denise going to say I love you back? I mean, I don't really care if she says I love you or I hate you or anything. It's just another phony relationship that they've thrown together. They then go on their journey to take out the saviors. They're heading towards the camp. We got Carol for some reason, who's just bitching at Rick because Maggie's coming along, saying it's not right. She can't be here. It's like, I'm sure Rick didn't force Maggie to come along. I'm sure Rick would have been happy to allow Maggie to stay behind if she wanted to. If Carol's got an issue with it, why not take that up with Glenn? Or why not take that up with Maggie herself?
Yeah. End of the day, Rick's not Maggie's keeper.
But Carol has got an issue with Rick. She's talking about Maggie being a mother. It's just, everything just spells out Carol's a failed mother, so now she just tries to...
No, but look how shit this show is, right? Maggie and Carol have pretty much had no scenes together this entire fucking time they've been on screen since season 2. Next episode, they spend pretty much a full episode together. Look how forced this comes out of nowhere. Carol's concern for her. Fucking... Yeah, no, but it's garbage. Just blaming Rick for everything.
See, I don't really ever... I can't really recall a show, right, where you had a group of people together and they never really had conversations with each other. It's like, to think that Glenn and Carl never had a conversation is pretty mad.
No. It's like Glenn and Carol as well. When did those two have a conversation?
No, well, I can remember in the prison, Glenn brought in a body so Carol could, practice the C-section or whatever.
Oh, that iconic scene. I must have forgot about that one. Talking to Glenn... Him and Heath are killing walkers. Yeah, I'm nervous about killing people tonight, Heath, for you. Yeah, me too, Glenn. Two fruits. Two gay boys.
So yeah, Glenn and Heath reveal that they've never actually killed anybody. They've been lucky up until this point, but tonight is the night. So they need
But
to...
no, this is where I'm going to fucking bury Glenn. Maybe not Heath because he's a jobber. But it's like, Glenn's never killed anyone before. Clearly sees there's something wrong with it. But
Won't say anything.
But it decides to go along with this plan.
Yep.
Why obviously thinks there's something wrong with it. He's never done it.
Why didn't he at least voice his opinion? And then if he gets outvoted or whatever, then fair enough, just do it because, the group's the majority or whatnot. But for him just to kiss Rick's ass and not dispute the decision, it's like, whatever, it's just fucking lame.
Look back at season 2, they're going to kill Randall because, right, he belongs to this group that kills men and rapes the women and kids. But here, it's like, we're actually just going to we're just going to massacre this entire group for a couple bits of fertilizer and seeds.
Even back then, I thought it was a shite bag move for Glenn, and Dale knew it as well.
Yeah.
Because Glenn didn't want to do it.
But he
just didn't really want to go against the group. He didn't want to go against Maggie. Because Maggie said she didn't feel safe, so therefore...
You're right, this group is broken. This group's shite.
And you know what? It's like, does it really matter? Like, see the Randall situation? Glenn might not have killed anyone himself, but, see if you vote to kill someone, even if you're not physically doing it yourself, I think that's as good as killing them, like...
No, it is. Absolutely.
Only one person was going to physically kill Randall, but everyone who voted to kill him, in my opinion, was killing him.
Yeah. No, that's as simple as it is, but...
But yeah, Dale, he's gone. Rest in peace, Dale. Glenn and Heath are still alive. You know what, though? See, Heath, I think he's actually a decent character who I never really gave enough credit to.
It's a shame.
Up until rewatching it, but then there's no point getting attached. There's no point really liking the guy, because we just know that, like, 4 episodes into season 7, he's going to just disappear.
When you disappear in the worst episode in, like, TV history, did it even happen?
Yeah, it's just a bit weird though that people are so hell-bent on a Morales return when I think a Heath return was a lot more possible and a lot more likely and realistic.
Morales was just a meme, but...
and they eventually done it like that.
Anyway, right, they get ahead, they spatter the guy's face to make it look like...
so they get a walker, a grey-haired walker, batter it, they punch it, cut the hair a wee bit, and Rick says, just say you had to fight back. I don't get... Assuming that the Saviour... So they arrive at the Saviour's and the guy hands over the head. They look at it and they go, alright, well, you've just saved your brother. Assuming these people have met Gregory before, surely that wouldn't be enough to... And like their plan was it'll be night, but, they walk up where there's lights and the guy's shining the torch on his face.
Yeah.
So the whole nighttime thing was irrelevant.
Out the window.
Yeah, for me, it's like, you can't really... I'm not buying it, like...
No, I'm not buying it either, but here, I like to give my boys the benefit of the doubt, Clay. Maybe they've never seen them. Maybe they've never seen Gregory before, but then why would 2 guys be posted for this mission if they've never seen Gregory before? It just seems like a weird request. Negan, when has Negan ever asked for this sort of request before? I don't know, but anyway, they kill the 2 guys at the front door. Everyone then runs in. You've got Carol and Maggie who are just sitting outside camping in an RV. Are they going to get kidnapped? Abraham and Sasha team up. Tara, Gabriel, Andy, Jesus and Craig wait outside in the car. Again, there's 5 jobbers. Like, what are they even doing? Glenn and Heath are doing their own thing. A good bit of foreshadowing here, I guess, when Glenn kills his first man. He looks at the wall and sees the victims of Saviour victims. Heads have been crushed with a baseball bat with barbed wire. Where have we seen that one before?
Negan,
you tell me. Daryl kills a few guys. There's a bit of a shootout though, and one guy manages to hit the alarm. But the group pretty much kill everybody. But see this scene where Glenn and Heath ran away, and they like rolled onto the floor, then like shot through the door and killed like 4 guys. I thought it was unrealistic.
And a female.
And it's
like, that's pretty much the way they had to do it, because
they couldn't, they couldn't rock up to a female in bed and just stab her right through the head.
Yeah, plus it's almost like they wouldn't... Glenn and Heath would be viewed as like lesser men, or not like on the good side if they like gunned down a female. It's fucking...
They had to make it look like a female shooting at them, so it's justified.
Yeah, but even then, they had to shoot through the door.
Yeah, without knowing.
You know, it's really fucking lame.
Yeah.
It's really lame. I'm going to count it from now to the end of time because I know so far no male protagonist character has killed a female. You even look at season 4, Too Far Gone. That woman that gets shot, Tara's girlfriend, it was by the kids.
Yeah.
You will notice this if you go through the show. I think you will find this. You will struggle to find one male kill on a female from the good side. And it's just incredible how warped the mind is. Like it's insane that the world we live in now. That I mean, if you're a guy, you literally can't even defend yourself. If a woman's trying to kill you and you use self defense, you're still going to be viewed as like the one in the wrong. It's crazy.
Yeah, but look at the TV show. I would argue in this universe, this is probably the one universe where rules go out the fucking window. Like generic rules that like people have in place. Mental outside Gabriel, he shoots a savior. Then he starts reading this like John, Gospel of John 4:12, and then he just shoots this guy. It's like, when has Gabriel ever done this before? Just fucking dropped the guy and then shot him. I mean, what was that?
Yeah.
Like, completely out of character for Gabriel. Like, why is he going along? No, hold on. Why is Gabriel going along, right? But, like, a Tobin ain't? Tobin's a fucking card there, man.
Well, I think Gabriel's trying to redeem himself, but yeah, Tobin surely should be
redeeming himself, who knows? But anyway.
See, at this point, like, what are the Alexandrians doing to earn their keep? I mean, it's Heath and Aaron. It's almost like everyone else is not fucking...
No, I see at this point, though, like, if Rick's group went, right, you know what, if you're not going to step up the task to support this group, I want you out, because you're just wasting resources. And, that would be more realistic. You would understand Rick more for doing that than going on a massacre in this episode.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, essentially, they think, right, maybe Negan was killed here, but then a guy tries to escape on a motorcycle. Daryl's like, that's my fucking bike. Tackles him, good night. But then a woman's voice appears. Well, you hear it. She speaks through a walkie-talkie, tells Rick to lower his gun. Rick's like, or what? She's like, or what? We've got a Carol and a Maggie. We're thinking that's something you want to chat about, the woman says. And it's like, see at this stage, they've wiped out like 25 of your men. See this whole, we've got a Carol and Maggie shit? Carol and Maggie should be put down.
I know, why hold on to
they're
them?
trying to like, oh, we've got your two, so I want that guy back. But you clearly see that the Saviors have no regard for their own life. They're literally willing just to die. They're all like, oh, I'm Negan. Oh, I'm Negan. It's almost like they're suicidal in a sense. Like,
yeah,
so why would she trade two people who's wiped out like 25 of our men for one guy that's as good as toast?
Plot purposes.
Yeah, plot purposes. Anyway, I mean, I thought this episode probably... I mean...
One of the better episodes, I think it was...
I thought the compound scene was good, but it's like, if you look at the context, they're just fucking murdering people. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 though. I mean, I did enjoy this episode. Thought it was pretty good. But,
yeah, I think it's probably one of the last few episodes of The Walking Dead where you're getting like a lot of the core cast together.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a 7. I mean, it was good. Wasn't great, but it was good enough.
No, I'll give it a 7. I thought it was probably one of the best episodes this season, easily. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.